All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SENS, Senseonics Holdings Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And I want to quickly announce that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys. Not yesterday's ticker symbol. Today I have a new one. You definitely want to go ahead and stay tuned till the end. I have the graph and all the information, so you can go ahead and see why this is one you definitely want to have on your watch list and keep on your radar moving forward. So here we are with ticker symbol SENS stock, and it's actually been in a downward trend, but it's in a very subtle way. We want to remember where it came from. That's something I always mention when these penny stocks run up. It came from way down here, 40-cent range, 50-cent range, ran up, consolidated, ran up, and then it just took off. Now, yesterday I had stated this is a very narrow stretch, but we quickly want to be aware where the stock is going. Now, our resistance and support has changed, but it quickly broke through support and it just started hitting newer lows. If it quickly broke through resistance, it was probably going to start hitting newer highs. Well, we're seeing it go in that direction. We have a new support and resistance level that's pretty broad compared to yesterday's examples, right, where we were looking at them. But I wanted us to be aware because this was working its way down pretty fast after this run, and it leveled off, and we definitely wanted to know as an indication where it was going as quickly as possible and to have a sense of direction of what's going on. Now, this downward trend for most investors is not a big deal, because a lot of investors are not looking at this movement. They're not looking at that. They're looking at this movement from here to here, and they see it going even higher than that, right? They're that bullish, which is completely fine. But you as an investor need to know, what is your goal? What is it that you're looking at? And why is it that you're looking at it this way? That's something that I want to take a moment and clarify to a lot of investors, that sometimes we jump into stocks and we don't even know why we're jumping into it. We just know that we want to see it go up. That's everybody's goal, right? To jump into a stock and see it go up. Now, a lot of people are bullish. I'm not going to take that away from them. Now, if we start seeing consolidation within this area, because we just hit a newer low, now we need to watch it even more carefully, because after that low, the next low is down here at this point at 148, and basically at that point it eats away all these gains, and then it's not that far from falling back down below $1, which is where it consolidated for a long time before this run, and it hit highs here of about 390. Now, Senseonics has innovation, has opportunity, has a lot of potential, but we need to look at the chart carefully, because that's all the stuff going on with the company and its innovation, but the chart is showing us where the investors are moving and how they're feeling. What's the investor's sentiment? That's what the charts are for. It describes and it goes ahead and gives us the language of what's going on. When the stock's going up like this, investors are hyped, they're excited, the speculation, the hope, and the bullishness is there. When it's going like this, profit taking, uncertainty, fear, and also just going down because of the fact that there's less shares coming in than going out. Or sometimes there's enough shares coming in, but the amount of shares going out are actually pulling it down. So what we need to see now is consolidation. That would be probably the healthiest thing to get to the numbers that I see everyone commenting down below. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts and comments to what I'm saying, but I needed to take a moment and say this because a lot of penny stocks are running right now, and a lot of investors are jumping in and not completely fully aware of the risk that they're taking and how quickly it can change. Now, I look forward to seeing everybody's comments down below, how bullish you truly are, Where do you see this going? Why do you see it going that way? I would love to see your guys' comments and feedback down there, not just for me to read it and see how investor sentiment is out there, but also so that other investors are aware. What's the big deal behind Senseonics and how other investors are feeling? I know the innovation is there, the potential is there, but I would love to see what you guys' thoughts are completely collectively as viewers, investors, subscribers of this channel, of this community. Now, Senseonics, a lot of the price targets that everybody's giving is like 10x this, 5x where we're at right now. Is it possible? Completely doable. But we need to watch the chart because the chart tells us where the investors are heading. Right now, they're heading out. They're not staying in. This is where you see them staying in. Look how quick they head out and then they stayed in. So this is the only thing I can go ahead and compare and say, history doesn't repeat itself, and because the graph shows it, doesn't mean it's going to show it again. But sometimes it tends to do the same thing. It ran up, investors were leaving, and look what happened right after. Well, it went up, investors are leaving. Now the question is, are we going to see what's going to happen right after? And that's how I'm seeing in the comments that everyone's feeling this bullish. It's possible. But we need to see some consolidation, because these runs up like this and no consolidation, I'm not saying it's not completely healthy. Sometimes some stocks, that's the definition of healthy for them. But it'd be really healthy to see something more similar to this. Now, it doesn't have to be for this long. This was almost for a whole month, right? Or about 3 weeks. But something for a short period of time that we see some consolidation like this up here, holding itself up till the next catalyst. The potential's there, but it won't be healthy for this stock to just be running up and running down and stuff like that. So I suggest to every single investor, look at why you're in this. What's your ultimate goal? What's your price target? Have a goal. Don't just sit around in a stock without knowing an entry and exit point and what are your backup points, so that you can maximize profits and minimize losses in every single trade, not just in this trade. And we need to pay close attention to these support levels. So here we are with the next one here, which is down here at 148. I want every single investor to be aware of that if it breaks through the support. And a midway point would be up here at 182. That's optional. I would use it to kind of dissect the whole chart to see what's going on. Now, the first support level, we're currently at 239, is 220. If that gets broken through, this is getting deeper into bearish territory. It's going to look like in a very subtle way, right? Going downwards. But the more down it goes, the lower we're going, the deeper we're getting into support levels, and the deeper we're getting into bearish territory, pulling further away from the 50-day moving average of 274. So I definitely recommend paying very close attention to how the stock's reacting at 220, and if it breaks through it, how quickly is it moving to newer lows. Now, our resistance level is 280. It's not that far from the 50-day moving average, but it's significant because once the 50-day moving average is broken through, the first resistance level that needs to be broken through to pull away from it and work its way up to newer highs and work its way up deeper into bullish territory, newer resistance levels by the bulls, is breaking through 280, turning it into a support, and this can start to pull away upwards. I think this is probably one of the most significant points of reference right now in the bullish trajectory, because this could be the beginning catalyst to get to the next resistance level up here at 314 and then reach the highs of 390. So keep that in mind. But before getting anywhere near those numbers, 280 is the first resistance level that needs to be broken through and turn into a support. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. stay tuned till the end of the video. I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss. You definitely want to have it on your radar. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is one I've been watching for some time, but it was hanging out around the same area for almost a month or maybe even longer. And I was just trying to see because things were looking kind of quiet, but analysis ratings were being upgraded in the last few months and weeks leading up to this point, and I wasn't seeing much movement, but they were stating that their upgrades, are forecasts up in like 6 months from now, a year from now. And this ticker symbol, you've probably heard about it before. I highly suggest doing more research on it and doing your due diligence. But the ticker symbol is ZNGA, Zynga Inc. I don't know if you guys have heard about it before, but it was hanging around the same area. You could see some consolidation here within the $9 mark. And then also a little bit before that, it was around that area and it fell. So I was watching it. I was trying to see, are these upgrades really true? Are these forecasts possible? And now we're seeing it actually running up. So this is definitely one you want to add to your watch list, and especially since it broke out of this consolidation here. And instead of going in the opposite direction like we saw previously when it ran up to the $9 mark and it pulled back, it actually ran up to the $9 mark. It held pretty well, and it ran up now to highs here of about $11. Now, $11 is actually what analysis rating price targets are actually. They're rating it to be on the low end, $11, the mid end around 12 and some change, and the high end that I've seen, unless anybody upgrades higher than that, so far is anywhere between $14 to $15. Now, the fact that it ran up and it's pulling back, this is probably a good time to watch this and keep it on your radar moving forward because it still has room to grow. Now, when I see those numbers of 11 plus, you could see the history of the chart. It was growing its way up and it reached highs here of about $11.15. So anything above $11 are new highs, and they're going to be new resistance levels to be broken through. This is definitely one to have on your watch list moving forward. I've seen a lot of good things about it, and I definitely recommend doing your research and due diligence to then make a rational decision. But you want this one on your radar, especially now that I saw the consolidation actually get broken through. That means that this has momentum to possibly continue to run. Now, the reason why this broke through recently is because of good news. I mean, you're going to see articles pop up. They made it into India, I believe, and so forth. So they're expanding. But this company has a lot of potential moving forward. They dominate in their sector of internet software services, of games and so forth. And also, they're looking to expand internationally, which is going to be growth. And when a company's growing, its stock share should probably grow as well, and market capitalization over time. So very interesting. I definitely wanted to share this with you guys because I was watching it closely. It dipped. It started to run up. We were watching the consolidation. It looked like it was going down here at the beginning of January, back down to $8 and some change. But no, it came back and it actually broke out of that area, those resistance levels up here at the high $9 mark and beginning $10 mark, and hit 11, and now it's pulling back. So you definitely want to watch this one closely moving forward. As always, if you found the video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share it with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. And as always, thank you so much, and let's make some money.